let's have a look at the teams. And Everton first of all. Well, David Moyes hasn't been on a big recruitment drive. His starting 11 all played here last season. Leighton Baines, bought for £5 million from opponents Wigan, is resting a hamstring injury. Phil Jagielka, the other signing, breaks a run of 133 consecutive Premiership appearances. He's a substitute. Teenager Victor Anichebe starts alongside Andy Johnson in attack. Johnson has scored on opening day of the last 3 seasons. Well, Wigan have brought half a dozen new players. 4 start today. Mario Melchior, the new captain, alongside him in defence Titus Bramble and the Swede Andreas Granqvist, who makes his move permanent. He starts his first Premier League game. Of course, this is Jason Kulas at £5.3 million in midfield. Chris Hutchins still seeks a replacement for Leighton Baines, but until then, Kevin Kilban will fill in at left back. Well, a perfect afternoon. Everton sticking to the old guard. Alan Stubbs, 35 years of age, has signed a new 1-year extension. He'll be used sparingly, I'm sure, but looking lean and mean on the opening day of the season. Another old-timer is Lee Carsley. He's also been given a 1-year stay at Everton. He makes his 150th appearance for the club today. 33 years of age, bringing experience to the centre of midfield. Players needing water, and that's before we kicked off.
Number 21,
leading Wigan today, back in the Premier League. Their new skipper, Mario Melchior, the former Chelsea and Birmingham City defender. He'll be playing at right back, signed on a free transfer from Rennes in the French league.
Everton substitutes today.
And Jason Kulas is the star attraction at Wigan, and who actually scored against Everton in his Tranmere Rovers days and FA Cup upset a few years ago, 6 years ago in fact.
Please give a big Goodison Park welcome to number 16, Phil Jagielka.
Looking pretty in pink, already a little hot under the collar. The new man in charge, Chris Hutchins.
And another big Goodison Park welcome please for number 20, Stephen Pienaar. Official main sponsor today, Chime Beer, our official retail partner, JJB. Match sponsor.
Here we go, everybody back from holiday area to see their 2 teams in action. Everton hoping to match last season's 6th place, to do well in Europe, a big adventure for them. David Moyes' team, some may say, overachieving. Wigan Athletic don't want to go to the wire as they did last year, suffer that heartache and that stress again, Warren Barton.
No, definitely not. It was heart in your mouth for the end of the season for the Wigan fans, but Everton, it's been success after success. And as you said, Rob, they're talking about a new stadium, and they probably need it as well. You know, the fans come here in their numbers, and I'm sure there's a few more that like to come and see them as well, because they have been entertaining in the last few years.
Here's Mikel Arteta, who's signed a long-term deal. That's one of the best bits of news for Everton. Puts in a good cross, and Osman goes in with a leading boot.
Both the wide players linking in well. Arteta's got class. Osman just trying to get in front, but no real conviction.
Here's Kulas. Comes to Shana. He can be dangerous. Takes a deflection, but actually aided Howard in the end.
Yeah, Lee Carr's a little bit of heart in the mouth. Decent strike.
Shana makes a great run from midfield here and takes it into his stride, and that's hit on the lush surface. Points to Stubbs in the clash of the heavyweights.
Good run, good football again by Shana. Just as you said, the good movement, the third man running, as they say, but it just bounces up from there. It doesn't skim across for him, so he can get his left foot. Shana's had 1 or 2 efforts. Good power in front, powering forward with his runs.
Anichebe, Granqvist. What a work for Kilban to do here.
The thing I would say with Wigan, Robbie, is that when they are having a good pass, they do need to score. As you know, with Andy Johnson and people alike, they are going to have an opportunity sooner rather than later.
Yeah, but Drosses. Chance comes to Osman, and he gets It's not the kind of thing you can practice, but he's given Everton the lead.
Big credit there, and they just keep it alive. Bramble just misses it there, but great reaction, great accuracy as well. They just touch the ball in, a little bit of hope. Bramble just misses it there, but Osman doesn't. Loops over Kirkland, 6'5". He can't get his frame to it. Great reaction though by Osman.
A leaping little Leon Osman, smallest man in the penalty area, looping one over Chris Kirkland. Not easy to do, but a great reactionary goal.
I think he wrong-footed Kirkland as well, Osman. Great little header it was. But you still think that they should be able to deal with a cross. I say time and time again that Everton will keep battering away, they keep grinding away from the little Scotsman team, will keep powering away, and they will get opportunities, and that was a great opportunity there. Great reaction, because what he had to do as well, just take the pace off of it. I think there's Chris saying there, who missed the first header, who should have got his head on the ball.
Well, can Wigan react immediately? Kumas puts into the edge of the 6, and well, Howard got there not too confidently, but he kept Heskey out.
Just didn't make full contact, did he? He just got half a header on it, just sort of skimmed it down there, but Howard in the end. Heskey furious with himself. Big chance that was.
Heskey maybe lacking a little bit of conviction. Now Kumas. If we believe that there'd been a little tug of Kumas's shirt there.
I think what you've got to see from Wigan now is a response. Forget last season.
Stubbs, eye on the ball, did enough to halt Valencia. Neville gets ahead of Valencia again, it refuses to go away for Everton. Melcher, Valencia, teaser, Sharna's in there. His reactions couldn't match those of Osman at the other end of the field.
A bit too flamboyant now, sometimes just get a touch and turn and swivel. That's it, it's been a good response by the team in white. The away team Wigan. To be honest with you, for 30 minutes or so they've been in total control. For that little man, great reaction as well. Anticipated, see where the ball was going to go, took the power off the ball as well and just loops over Kirkland.
Time on the side of Everton, so that's got in then. In a great hurry to haul the ball in. That comes to Phil Neville. Now Hibbert. Neville. You can hear David Moyes' voice beaming above all others inside Goodison Park, trying to set the pace of the team. Arteta, great run this by the Spaniard, deep into the Wigan territory. They still can't stop it. Oh, he was willing to foul it, and he kind of knew that the fall was going to come at some time. Well, Arteta is furious. The Everton fans behind the goal are adamant that it was a penalty as well. But as when we show you the replay in a moment, you'll see that Mark Clattenburg had the best view in the house. Kumas. Well, a wasteful shot from Jason Kumas. But how big of a call was it for Mr. Clattenburg?
No, not for me. Great play by Arteta. Gets in front, good ability, strength, it had everything this. Composure. And Titus Bramwell just strong. There it is, there's the foot, got the ball. And you can tell by reactions. You know, he knows.
You can sometimes tell from a manager's reaction, can't you? That wasn't the red rag to the ball reaction.
Well done, the referee.
About the referees there, they always still want to see the replay at half-time just to make sure they were right.
Well, they're perfectionists, aren't they? He's done well, the referee. He was very composed about it. And as we've shown, he was spot on as well.
Rankvist. There's Osman, he's been good in the air today, hasn't he? And Ichibi leads into Titus Bramble and literally goes past him. Bramble has another dig, and the referee says Bramble has committed the foul this time.
At times he's spot on. Arteta, could he make amends?
Well, there's only one man for the job as far as Everton are concerned, and that has to be Mikel Arteta.
I just think that he went down too easy, Rob. Tackle first of all, so to make amends he might just try and bend this one in.
Doesn't always go for power, but he does have the precision, Mikel Arteta. Short back lift, through the wall, but just wide.
Tried to do Kirkland, didn't he? Decided to go to the goalkeeper's left and then whip it into that corner. Good technique, just the accuracy. They're just trying to whip it there. Shaping up to go to the goalkeeper's left, but then looking to whip it into that right-hand corner. Quality player.
Everton have done exceptionally well, as you say, to hang on to him in the summer. They've managed to tie him down to a new 5-year deal. Much coveted back in La Liga. There must be some good, well, I know there are some very good central midfield players around from a similar mould, otherwise he would be a regular in the Spanish national team. He hasn't had a sniff. David Moyes here, so they have an invitation to Luis Aragonés, the Spanish coach, to come and see Arteta play. Kilban, beaten by Johnson. Now Arteta. Watch the ball, don't watch the feet, because he does have some tricks once he dances inside that penalty area. What a lovely pirouette that was from Arteta. Well, he made his old teammate Kevin Kilban look a little bit ordinary then.
I'm just giving Kilban a bit of a torrid at the moment. I know Kilban's a left-sided player, but good movement of the ball, always in control, always good balance, change of pace. And you see here where great composure. This is when he slows everything down. He's in control now. Titus Bramble just slides across with his left foot, and for me there's the contact. He does get the ball. Spot on, referee.
Rankvist. Shot with a good tackle. Oh, this is what the Premier League is all about. The tackles flying in from day one. Fast, furious. Occasionally bordering on the unpleasant with some of the challenges, but that adds to the thrill and the excitement.
That's why it's the best league in the world.
Bill Neville. Parsley. Johnson. He knows what to do. Execution not quite perfect, but there's always that danger when he's lurking around.
Took his time as well. Parsley did well, just sets it up for him. I thought he was going to hit it first time. So waiting for the bounce.
Ichibi. So that in a flash. Throws it in towards Andrew Johnson. Rankvist stood his ground particularly well. The defender's heart does miss a beat when Andrew Johnson gets the ball in your penalty area.
There's a decent opportunity. He had the shot just moments earlier on. Well done, the big defender. Again, it's a mistake they give away. It's costly, so costly in the Premiership.
Lanzal. Kilban. Titus Bramble. Puts Kirkland under a little bit of pressure. Sharnett, nice flick to Heskey. Heskey! Close. That was a flashback to the old Emile Heskey.
He's only 20. He's only 29. I tell you what, this was only inches away. Great strike, great power. Tell you what, let's beat the goalkeeper.
Well, that was his forte, wasn't it? That's why Liverpool once paid £11 million for him. He used to get the ball 20, 30 yards out.
Rob, he's a handful. He will knock you about. Things like that. The best thing you can do with him is just tell him how well he's doing, because if you upset him, he will knock you all over the place.
Well, he may have been popular here once, Kevin Kilban, but the Evertonians would like to see his name taken by Mr. Clattenburg.
I think that's his last warning, because we've all been there and someone's given you a bit of a torrid. You try and stamp it out. Next time it will end up in the notebook, but Arteta is enjoying himself at the moment.
We had a bad opening day last year, Kilban. He was sent off on the opening day. That was for Everton, never appeared again. Arteta's cross, there is Kilban, makes up for his slight mistake. Kumas, great ball to Melchior. He has support if he can make the right pass. Well, he couldn't because Hibbert did brilliantly. Now, time and space for Osman. Only Johnson with him, but that could be enough. And Shana comes, and we're going to have to defend a corner here.
Chance for the Guns to go forward.
Chris Kirkland making sure that everybody is at his sentry post. All 11 Wigan players back defending. And Everton have some big boys in these situations. Stubbs makes a move to the near post. Alas for Everton, the ball went to the far post. Kept the ball in play. I don't think he meant to. He is, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, one of the most entertaining and oddest characters in the whole of the Premier League. Here is Shana. He's been busy creating his own and expanding his own website during the summer months. The world according to Paul Shana. It's well worth logging on to that.
I bet you it is.
The fourth official has indicated
offside
a minimum
anyway.
of 1 minute of added time.
So now there will be a minimum of 1 minute of time added by the officials.
The frustration now coming into the Wigan players. They've just got to keep their heads. By and large, in certain parts of their game, particularly in the middle part of the first half, they've done very well. They just still find themselves a goal down.
Heskey. Folan. This is Phil Neville. And each of it. Mr. Wildon. Johnson. Great close control. Final seconds of the first half ticking away. And each of you started this move. Osman can't get there. This is Shana to Kilban. Half-time whistle is music to the ears of the Evertonians. A great reflex goal from Leon Osman is the difference between the two sides, though in truth Everton have more than had the edge in the opening 45 minutes on the opening day of the season. Chris Kirkland beaten, 6'5" goalkeeper by the looping header of the little man. Some work to do for the managers at half-time. Chris Hutchins has to raise the game of Wigan. More, I'm sure, is the message from David Moyes. Here at Goodison Park, the half-time scoreline is Everton 1, Wigan 0. What Wigan will want to avoid at all costs is an opening similar to last season. They went 7 games from the start last year without a win in the Premier League. And Everton, well, they had a great start to last year. They were third after 3 matches. Team who were never out of the top 10. Everton fans do get used to not booking their holidays for the opening day of the season. It's the 4th year in a row that David Moyes' team have been home on the opening day. Titus Bramble, a rather nervous debut for him. Arteta has been the star of the show. We're told at half-time that Mark Clattenburg was justified in the penalty claim that he turned away by Everton officials. Of course, the Premier League referees will be vying for the top position now that Graham Poll is no longer officiating. Gothenburg, part of the new breed. Hibbert. Gave that away rather cheaply, but it's a second chance to make up for his error. He's started this season, he missed the start of last year. First 2 games, he lost a stone in weight due to a mystery virus. Bramble. Osman. The referee didn't like the challenge of Phil Neville. Here's Kumas. Starting the second half on the right of the Wigan midfield. He played most of the first half on the left.
I think it's more for Valencia to help Kilban out on this left-hand side with Arteta having so much of the ball. He's more used to work up and down Valencia. Kumas, a bit of a luxury player, but when he does get on the ball, he does tend to make things happen. The biggest thing for Wigan, Rob, is just to believe that they can get back into the game, because they did in certain periods have good passage of the ball, no real cutting edge, but that was more to the service to the strikers.
Wigan happy to be playing on a level playing field to Everton. It's not that long ago, of course, that they were a non-league team. They've been in the Football League for 29 years, the 3rd season in a row, in the very top flight. And measures have been made by Dave Whelan, the affluent chairman, to ensure that they stick around after the fright of last year. Almost a whole new team has been recruited. I was just looking at the team sheet at half-time, and none of these players in white this afternoon were around when Wigan were promoted 3 summers ago. All have been recruited since. Johnson to Hibbert.
He is human, he does make a mistake.
It's possibly a slight shiver in the back from Stubbs, not seen by the referee. Here's Anichebe. Osman, there was a foul, good refereeing. Johnson's on the roll there, and the referee says that Nelshot took the ball.
Good tackle, good decision again. You can tell by players' reaction, and that was spot on, and it needed to be. Johnson knows, that little nod of the head, he knows exactly. Get caught on the ball. It's a clever little ball by Osman as well, and he's in. A good tackle in the end now. Slides across.
Arteta takes his time, curls it in. Kirkland makes half a punch. Carsley puts it in there, and Kirkland makes up his mistake. He hasn't, and Osman can't get there. That was some very brave defending from Granfest, and Chris Kirkland is down hurt. It could be his pride that's hurt more than anything, because he failed to get to the high ball on 2 occasions.
Yeah, both times here he's just got to clear the lines, just clear everything out. He doesn't adjust to keep the ball alive. I think he's just got to try and punch the ball, but great defending in the end. Here, punch the ball, get it out of the box. He gets another opportunity here. Superb defending in the end.
Granfest did a great job there on his Premier League debut, getting his huge hulk in the way of the ball. Kirkland's winded, but okay to carry on. The man who had thumb and shoulder problems last year, ruled him out for the final 4 months of the season. At times it got rather depressing for the man who made his England debut last August to pick up just injury after injury after injury.
I just think he's got to punch the ball here, Rob. Just clear it. Get your 6'5" and clear everything out of the way. This time, Everett, good defending. Osman thinks he's getting his second goal. As a goalkeeper, defender gets you out of trouble.
Everton piling on the pressure. Will Wigan crack with a good cross? Heskey, emergency centre half. Now Valencia. Melchior, the Wigan skipper. Came off Arteta. Even the star turns have to put in the work. That's the ethic that David Moyes instills into the team, who have the nickname these days of the People's Club. Valencia, Shana, Kumas. There's Arteta to Neville now. Lescott transfers the pressure. Stubbs took his time. He suspected there was an offside there, and eventually the flag of Michael Murphy was raised. Chris Hutchings having a long conversation with his new assistant Frank Barlow. Could be time for change.
The obvious one would be Semieski, just to come up there, possibly. Looks like he's been given the nod. I think he just gives them something different. He may just come off for the two centre halves and give them a bit of a problem.
Carsley, Neville, Arteta, Lescott. Just a case of keep ball for Everton here, trying to draw Wigan out of their defensive positions. Bramble.
See, I know Emil's there saying, Emil Heskey saying he gets a nudge, but I still think he can try and get himself against Stubbs, get hold of the ball, flick it on. Just I expect more with him. We know he's got so much talent.
Heskey. Sharma doesn't get that. Osman, well, everything's falling to Leon Osman today. Having one of those charmed afternoons. Valencia. Kumas. Heskey. Now Kumas! Well, as close as Wigan have got.
That's not bad at all as well. Heskey does well, he draws two players across. Keeps that width when he gets the ball. And just watch Kumas, he just holds his ground. All the players get attracted to the ball. And this is like a cross-come shot. He's trying to whip it into that far corner, hoping maybe an attacker can get on the end of it. Intelligent play.
Gilvan. Time for change.
Wigan substitution coming off number 20.
One of the other summer signings, Antoine Sibierski. Who came on a free transfer from Newcastle United, will take the place of Caleb Folan. A little bit more mobility, replacing the muscle of Folan.
I just think also as well, Semieski will just come into different holes. Folan wants to play up there and try and muscle against the centre halves, but Semieski got important goals for Newcastle last season, particularly in European football. Again, it's just a different option.
Bramble. Sibierski goes into the centre forwards position, tries to bring a touch more menace. Now it comes to Valencia, who was, I think, hoping that it'd take a deflection off somebody in what they call a mixer.
I know it's not pretty, but sometimes just get the ball into the area, get the second balls and see what happens. So they just snapped his shot, maybe a little bit more composure as it come to him, but as I said, sometimes when you've got two big target men, get it forward, goalkeeper can't come out, Howard, you may get the knockdown, you may get an opportunity.
Bramble, oh, he missed the tackle there, almost put a hand on the ball as well. Here's Johnson in. Right at the back, and Granqvist has been the saviour on so many occasions for Wigan this afternoon.
He's done well, the big Swede. Stood on his feet. Johnson just trying to slide it across, but
Arteta will deliver. Far post is Lescott.
The chance as well. Good delivery. This gets on the back of Bramble at the far post. Just a little bit too high. Got to get closer, but Lescott just unable to, not necessarily get it into the back of the net, but just get it on target.
Kirkland slips. Much to the amusement of the Gladys Street end. Sibierski, his first touch, blocked by Lescott. Three-quarters of the game gone. Wigan chasing the Everton lead. Sibierski. It looked like a foul throw there, but the referee, I think, saving the embarrassment of the Wigan man. Granqvist. Sibierski has brought more mobility to the Wigan attack. This is Kumas, looking at least for a corner, but didn't get it out of Lescott, who's had a good game in his makeshift left-back position. The referee just held the whistle there to see what developed. It's almost a drop ball situation. And the ball was caught in a tangle of legs, so he's going to drop it, and I would imagine get out of those quickly as possible. Mark Clattenburg, Carsley's in there, chomping at the bit. They remain equally as committed. Granqvist penalised for leading with the arm. Carsley lands up. Kumas runs into the trap that was set by Lescott. Kumas gets it back, pulls the Hibbert. Arteta, nice trick. Phil Neville with that footballing acre of space. Now to Osman, looking for a second. Made it easy for Kirkland. Arteta. He's untouchable. Everton in no great hurry. We're approaching the final 15 minutes. Pienaar. Arteta. Lescott. Pienaar. Just to make an early impression. Johnson. Oh, sent the defender and passed it on to Anichebe. Game set and match Everton.
It's about one person though. Andy Johnson, great play, they keep the ball. No wonder the players go to him as well. Great technique, great awareness. Big smile by the centre forward because it wasn't the most convincing finish in the world. And it's gone in the back of the net. Look at his ability, he gets the defender on his heels and he just waits. As I said, it comes off the shin, knee, doesn't matter, it's in the back of the net, 2-0. Gets the defender on his heels, straight up, Johnson, and he attacks the ball. And as I said, he just tees it up for his striker partner and puts it in the back of the net. Great awareness as well. Defenders straight on, can't change. Titus Bramble does the best on the line, but puff of the cheeks says it all. It's in the back of the net. That's all that matters.
Well, created by Andrew Johnson, just about finished by his partner today, Victor Anichebe. Bravo, Victor.
He's had a quiet afternoon as well, Johnson, but when it matters, when it counts, that's when top players come along.
Well, he's hoping to keep up his proud record, Andrew Johnson, of scoring on the opening days. Done that on the previous 3 seasons.
It's not over yet. You never know.
Phil Neville. Grandquist lands up, takes the sting out of the situation. He's going to need something special from Wigan to haul themselves back into the game. Tim Howard hasn't had to dirty his goalkeeping kit. I thought they could probably just give it a bit of an iron and make him wear it again for the game against Tottenham in midweek. He's had no diving to do. Pinar to Anichebe. Quiet game he's had, but you're measured in goals, and he's got 1 in 1 game. Johnson was offside.
Well, he did well, Johnson, as well. He got the centre-half straight on. He wasn't side on, so he could adjust his feet. He got the ball and just knocked it past him with his pace. As you said, both the strikers have had a quiet afternoon, but they're judged on goals. The puff of the cheek said it all as well when it went in by the young man. Come off his shin, then his knee. It's in the back of the net.
Phil Neville. Arteta the link man. Johnson makes his move. That's the one they want to stop. Arteta goes solo! Oh, great stop by Campbell. The save as good as the stunning shot.
Done well as well, Arteta. Just open up for him as well. No one goes to the ball. But what Kirkland does well is get a strong arm as well. He doesn't just palm it away. Nice strong wrist.
Lobo asking why the free kick was given against him. Wigan need a goal, and they need a goal now.
Need a bit of quality as well from the delivery.
Lanza teases it to the near post, but no, it's on to nowhere.
Yeah, very frustrating at the moment for Wigan. Started off the game well, but as soon as the goal went in, the first goal from Osman, they haven't really fired, particularly up front. They have been starved with service.
Well, a tough initiation for Chris Hutchins.
It's a tough place to come to, there's no doubt about that. This was always going to be a difficult fixture. I think they obviously go home against Sunderland now, and that's a big game. But they all are in the Premiership, not just judged on 1 or 2 games.
David Moyes offering his players a drink, but I think the real reason is he wants a quiet word in their shell, like.
Now just be professional, see the game out.
Will certainly be kept on their toes by the tough tactician. Valencia, a wasteful pass, Lescott transfers the pressure. Anichebe on the shoulder of Titus Bramble. Bramble gets himself out of a sticky situation. Lanza. Melchior. Kumas. Lanza. Heskey, great, clever disguise pass. Sharda, big chance here for Wigan. Sharda passes it on, and Sibieski brings them back into the game.
That's what they wanted. Clever little bit of play, great little flick on as well. and Simieski. Crucial goals for Chris Hutchins and Wigan.
Goal, the scorer, number
Great little
6,
flick here.
Anton Sivieski.
He looks for his partner. They get caught ball watching Hibbett at the far post. It's a great little touch there. They're off, they're composed, and Simieski at the far post. Nice little tap in. They're back in the game.
Well, they refused to go down last year because they continued fighting, and they refuse to lose, putting up a fight. So they've got about 10 minutes to find the equalising goal.
Nice finish as well. Just come on, that'll do him a lot of confidence. As I said, he got some important goals for Newcastle. Could that be a lifeline?
Free kick to Everton. Andrew Johnson was knocked over by the corner flag. He doesn't look quite so comfortable now, David Moyes. Having a word with the backroom team. Do we make changes? Do we keep it the same? Down on the pitch, the players in absolutely no hurry whatsoever to take the free kick. That's as good as a corner. Arteta fires it to the net post. Lesko's got a chance! Could and should have been the third.
And he had a chance earlier on from a corner from the other side from Arteta. He gets a little run on Bramble. You've got to be touch tight as a centre half. Get close. He just does enough in the end, Bramble. Just leans to Lescott and just puts him off enough. He'll be disappointed, the big man, not to get it on target. That was a better chance than the one he had earlier on.
Kumas. Melchior. This is where the previous month of conditioning really does come in useful. Those long runs, the long busting pre-season, keeping the weight down, not going to excesses. Sibieski comes in again, and well, he got ahead to the ball, making life very uncomfortable for Lescott and Stubbs and Yobo.
That's what his movement's good as well. He tries to get onto people's shoulders, doesn't allow defenders free headers. And I think maybe for the next 7 or 8 minutes the balls are going to be launched in, so Lescott, Stubbs, people like that are going to have to be strong. And as I said before, just be professional, see the game out.
Bramble missed his cue. Kirkland. Well, that great save he made may yet be a turning point of the game. Sibierski, 33 years of age, but he's still got a turn of pace.
I'll tell you what he does well as well, he anticipates where the ball's going to go. Where beforehand, Furlong, the centre forward, wasn't really anticipating where the ball's going to land.
Everton seem to be happy to sit back and soak up any pressure in the 6.5 minutes remaining. Yobo, Anichimi, Gilvan, Lanza, Sibierski, good tackle by Stubbs, Arteta, Johnson makes a run on the blind side of Granqvist, Melchior, ball's going to be kicked out of play because Sibierski is down in some considerable pain in the Everton half of the field.
And it's from Stubbs' tackle in midfield. Just maybe a whack on the shin. Bit of a painful one, but his goal, how much could it lift the team?
Well, he was hit hard, wasn't he, by Alan Stubbs?
Yeah, hit with everything you got here. Stubbs comes in now. Got the ball, no doubt about that, but it's more the follow through. Him and Heskey just linking up quite well at the moment. Let Heskey attack it and you read where the ball's going to bounce. But this is one thing that Wigan didn't need, just to slow the game down and kill it off. They need to keep the momentum going. Yeah, if it's a kick again, it doesn't really concern you. can run that off. When you just scored a goal, it don't hurt as much.
It's a wonderful anaesthetic, a goal, isn't it?
I don't know, I didn't do it that often.
And Sibierski hobbles back into attack. Kirkland misses out midfield, right into the head. Route 1 football time for Wigan Athletic. Sharner leads the charge and tried to catch Howard off guard, and a fine leaping save from the American.
Yeah, good agility. Sharner, I think, had quite a busy afternoon. Decent effort, decent strike. And I think that might have been dipping into the bottom corner from the big man.
There's Andrew Johnson. Got a chance, and it needed a save from Kirkland. Had to guard that near post. Refused to be beaten. And Johnson stinging his gloves.
I think that's the difference. When they do get forward, Everton, they've got a lot more purpose. Goalkeeper standing up well. Nice height for him. They've just got that more cutting edge up front for me, Everton.
The shades of last season when Everton had a great opening day win, and Wigan had a miserable start to the season. No wins in the opening 7 games. That set them up for a very testing season. Everton hoping to lay the foundations again. Tottenham, Reading, Blackburn Rovers and Bolton before their first top 14. Manchester United in the middle of September. And as for Wigan, the fixture computer has been kind. They don't have any of the big 4 in the opening weeks. And Wigan have found it very difficult at Goodison Park on the opening day. Everton in the end edged it. The winning goal will go down to Anichebe. After Leon Osman had given Everton the lead in the first half of the game, they thought that was it. But there's a bit of a fight back from Wigan Athletic. Antoine Sibierski, on his Wigan Athletic debut, was on the end of a fine move to make it a tetchy final 10 minutes or so. But in the end, it was Everton who fully deserved the 2-1 win, and a tough initiation for Chris Hutchins. Goodison Park, the final score: Everton 2, Wigan Athletic 1. Well, David could be very happy with the team's performance today.
Yes, we are. We thought we played well at times, and but for a late goal, it just sort of changed the complex of the game. But overall, players done what we asked. We wanted to get off to a good start at home. We did that. Neither
of the goals were classics, but they were both great instances of taking your chances when they come your way.
Yeah, I said that to the players at half time. I thought we'd actually played well to score better goals, but nevertheless I thought Leon Osman's header was terrific. To have the awareness to get it there and realise that it was probably the only place in the goal he could score, and it was a really well worked move for the second goal, albeit it was difficult getting over the line, but no, it was a good performance and pleased with the lads today. Well, sum it up for us, is a great opening day.
Yeah, you're always wanting to start the season off well with a win, and things went well for us today. We played some good stuff at times and came away with the victory.
Now you can work on set pieces, you can work on finishing goals, but where did that goal come from that you scored today?
It was just reaction. It's cross coming. I think people challenged for it and it just bounced, and that was the first thing that came to my mind, and managed to get my head on it and it went in.
The manager said he showed a lot of intelligence to get the goal, beat the goalkeeper with a header from there. Was it just luck?
No, well, I knew I wasn't going to beat him with a chest, or I didn't have time for much else, so just tried to direct my header on target, and I caught my yard off his line. It's unfortunate for him, but I'm delighted.
Well, Chris, tough opening day.
Yeah, disappointed. Obviously, the first goal was a little bit disappointing, a little bit lucky on their behalf. But second half, we had our best period. They scored against the run of play, and then obviously we got back in the game, and it's 2-1. And I thought we were doing quite well, but we couldn't get that second goal.
It's one of those days where you just can't take your eye off the ball, because Everton took their 2 chances as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and that's what happens in the Premiership. We're pleased with the work rate we got out of it. We're pleased with Sibierski coming on and getting a goal, and getting a few more minutes under his belt. So we've got to take the positives out of today. It's not won on the opening day of the season, and it's not lost on the opening day of the season.
The camera caught you making notes. What kind of notes are you making? What is a new look team and half a dozen new faces out there for you today?
Yeah, we're always making notes, you know, so you just don't forget. But you know, like you say, there's quite a lot of new faces there, and we've got to take the positives out of it. You know, we worked hard enough. It's just a matter of putting the ball in the back of the net.
You must have thought at 2-0 the game was yours, but they made a fight of it, Wigan, didn't they?
They did, and as I said, I thought that just changed the way the game went. I mean, they were always hard to play against Wigan, and they made it difficult. But I thought when we went to 2-0, I thought we were more liable to go on and score a third one, actually. But they got the goal back, and it made it sort of a little bit uneasy for the last 7 or 8 minutes.
It was notable today that the starting 11 that you put out were all at Everton last year. Yeah. I'm sure every manager, a lot of managers have made a lot of moves. Are you still hoping to freshen and change things here?
I think if you look through today's fixtures, I think you'll find that most clubs are the same. I think at Everton, you know, it would have needed a certain type of player and a certain amount of money to suddenly walk into Everton's side, because we have a good team here.
Happy with what you got on a great opening day?
Yes, we are, thank you.
So Everton take the 3 points, not the start Chris Hutchings and Wigan were looking for.